spirituality, I think, is always with you. There's always a spirit guide with you. They're always there at home, whether you're at work, whether, you know, you certainly don't have to be in a certain setting to feel different things, but it's accentuated 100% up here. You're much more open to what can come in, and you're able to let the things in instead of being closed off in another setting. The spirituality up here is just, it's indescribable.
And it just engulfs you with love and safety and everything that you could possibly have. And the mountain always seems to know what you have done. And it reaffirms, and a lot of people say pray, but I talk. I don't have any special prayers, but I just talk. And when I do talk, I just say the things that needed to be done out here. How can I do it? Which way should I go? And see if I can get the lessons that I want in return from the mountain, from grandfather or grandmother or of our ancestors and everything, and to come out here and spread whatever they want me to do. And that is to bring love in a peaceful way for all human beings and bring us back to unity and love. And people are so afraid of love, and I am not. So that's how I live my life as it is now. I am me, and I will not change, and I can't change, because I have the love inside of me. My heart could not and will not take hatred back or fear back. It's been replaced with love.
If one just feels and listens to what is happening around you, you become one with the mountain in a sense that you're part of a living entity.
This year marks my second voyage to Katahdin, and although I've hiked in several different locations, nothing can possibly compare to this place. It's ethereal, it's the most spiritual place I've ever been. It helps to ground you, and you're taken away from the everyday woes of life and able to put things in perspective. You'll just look up at this massive amount of beauty that just surrounds you. It just engulfs you, and you realize that you're just such a speck in the big picture, and that those everyday troubles that seem to bog you down are nothing. The magnitude of this place just can't even be put into words. It's just amazing. And it doesn't matter what the weather conditions are. You're just always in awe of nature.
And I come here because there's definitely a religious or a spiritual pull. I've traveled fairly extensively, and the only place on the earth that I can say that really pulled me like Katahdin did were the Red Rocks of Sedona. But even when I was in the Red Rocks, I don't recall the same feeling that I get sitting here at Chimney Pond. Coming here with my friends that we've formed the Monks of Katahdin, it's a special thing to be part of. It's a brotherhood.
I'm always drawn here by the spirituality. We took a midnight hike the other night to watch the moonlight. It was a full moon, and I started noticing things that I guess I hadn't paid attention to before. We ended up walking up to the peak, and as you walked up, the moon was starting to set on one side of you, and the sun was about to come up on the other, and the moon turned this amazing orange color, and it looked just like the sun coming up. And you almost had to stop and think about where it was that you were and what you were looking at. And to watch that spectacular sunrise and watch the shadow of the cone appear of the mountain in the background, it's breathtaking. And, you know, although in everyday life you're surrounded by your spirit guides and you're aware that they're there, the hustle and bustle of life just seems to take it away from you, and you're not as able to really open up and feel what you can feel up here. When you come up here, it's like you're wrapped and engulfed in this blanket of caring and nurturing, and you're never alone. Although you could be sitting out, you know, in the middle of a pond by yourself, surrounded by what you think is nothing, there are things that are with you at all times, and it's just such an incredible feeling. You just feel as though, you know, someone's taken that big blanket and wrapping you up and saying everything's going to be okay, you can do it.
If you stop and listen to the sounds that the mountain is and what the vibration of the mountain, what it's giving off.
By day, man stands spellbound in the solitude where man himself is an atom at the base of one of nature's noblest creations. By night, he is inspired by the majesty of the moon as it rises and moves westward in a stately curve over the serrated peaks, which throw themselves up into the deep blue of the night as though to join the company of the stars. Percival Proctor Baxter.
There's like a heartbeat. There's a heartbeat, there's a connection there, a real connection on the spiritual sense.
I'm drawn here largely because, as Jeff said, it's spiritually invigorating, and I reconnect with myself as well as, I guess, what I would feel is nature, and I need that annually. I need that reassertion of myself, and it's given to me here, and I treasure it.
It has its own poetic enchantment, but you have to sense it and be able to feel that, become one with the mountain, one with nature, more or less. But nature's all around us, so the mountains speak for itself, if you can follow me. There were spirits lived there according to their beliefs, and I believe that today. That, you know, you can hear it in the voice of the wind crying across Knife's Edge, blowing up above the mountain. You can hear it in the crashing of the thunder. You can see it in the clouds, the way the clouds come over Katahdin and engulfs it like a blanket. It holds it. There's something to that that's special than any other place around.
You feel loved by the mountain?
Absolutely. As we were driving in here,
I mean,
we rounded a corner, and each one of us in the car immediately said the same thing. We're entering a stretch where no conversation needs to take place. The mountain was calling us to sit here and look at this incredible bowl. Only those that have been here can appreciate that. Katahdin is a very, very special place. I have a unique tale to tell. On a night that we climbed under a full moon, we climbed during the night, went up Hamlin Ridge and came over the peak, across the tabletop, and as we were approaching Baxter Peak, I was running out of time, and quite frankly, I was running out of gas. And Jeff came bounding down from the top, keep me company, to cheer me on. I can make it for sunrise. And I said, I need to have a picture of me here, climbing. I'm so close to sunrise. And Jeff took a picture of me. I have the picture. In fact, I have it on my computer screen as my screensaver. The interesting part about that is Jeff didn't make the summit that evening. Jeff opted to stay in the tabletop with a couple of injured climbers and tired climbers that weren't going to make the summit for sunrise. But Jeff took a picture of me, and I have a picture to show it. So somehow, the spirits of Katahdin came through, and there's no denying it. All of us experienced something that night, and I have a picture to support my story. Nobody in the group stated that they took that picture. I know Jeff took that picture.